From their humble beginnings inside arcade cabinets to the high-definition consoles of today, female video game protagonists have been kicking butt for decades. It's been a bumpy road, but over the years, developers started to realize the importance of representation and have created characters that stand alongside the likes of Mario and Link. Hi, I'm Stephanie with Leaderboard, and in honor of Women's History Month, we're taking a look at the heroines who changed gaming. We're not here to argue who's better than who, but to provide a timeline of the evolution and impact of a handful of female heroes, starting with the golden age of arcades and ending with the current generation of consoles. Let's get started. Miss PacMan. According to studies conducted by sociologist Sidney J. Kaplan, the arcade-frequenting population in 1982 was only 20% female. Despite this low number, one arcade cabinet in particular was drawing women in droves, PacMan. Creator Toru Iwatani stated that this was no coincidence. He had designed the game with women in mind. Iwatani said his team did so by creating a character saga and kawaii characters we thought we could appeal to women as well. He added that most arcade video games of the time were violent and focused on the male player, so the game centers became places frequented mainly by men. We decided to change that demographic by designing games that can appeal to women and thus to couples. A game that appealed to women still wasn't quite the same as having a character that represented them. So what did a group of developers do to remedy the problem? They literally put a bow on it. What began as a Pac-Man clone called Evil Otto quickly evolved into Miss PacMan, one of gaming's first lady protagonists. There was finally a character that female gamers could identify with. Sort of. Though she is the mother of Pac-Man's children, this doesn't stop her from being a career woman. She still hits the mazes, gobbles up pellets, racks up points, and sends ghosts to their momentary grave. She can do anything that her soulmate can, but with style, sporting a red bow and a little mole, a la Marilyn Monroe. If Marilyn Monroe were a yellow pizza pie-shaped creature. She even kept the Miss, versus swapping it out for Mrs. You go, Miss Pac-Man. Many gamers and critics claim that due to its enhancements and higher difficulty, Miss Pac-Man is superior to its predecessor. Game Informer stated that Miss Pac-Man trumped the original Pac-Man in nearly every way. If you need further convincing, take a look at the mountain of Miss Pac-Man ports on just about every platform, from the Atari 2600 to the Xbox Live Arcade. Samus Aran from Metroid. Orphaned at a young age, Samus Aran was taken under the wing of the Chozo, a race of bird-like aliens, and raised to be a warrior, eventually becoming the greatest bounty hunter in the galaxy. Sorry, Boba Fett. Rocking a badass suit of power armor 15 years before Master Chief, Samus's achievements are the stuff of legends. She single-handedly destroyed the space pirate stronghold on planet Zebes, put an end to the Phazon crisis, destroyed the deadly X-parasites, and of course, exterminated the Metroid menace. Just to name a few. But Samus's greatest achievement is something that transcends the Metroid series lore. Back in 1986, people everywhere were shocked when they beat the game and collectively shouted, "Oh, wait a minute! Metroid is a girl? Hello!" But this almost didn't happen. As series co-creator Yoshio Sakamoto tells it, we were partway through the development process when one of the staff members said, "Hey, wouldn't that be kind of cool if it turned out that this person inside the suit was a woman?" By placing Samus in power armor that hid her identity, the development team proved that female characters are just as capable of saving the day as their male counterparts, making Samus not just an important part of gaming history, but a key player in the ongoing fight for representation in media. Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. When developing Resident Evil, director Shinji Mikami strove to create a positive female character that would appeal to and inspire all players, regardless of gender. In Mikami's own words, when he introduces female characters, it is never as objects. In some games, they will be peripheral characters with ridiculous breast physics. I avoid that sort of obvious eroticism. I also don't like female characters who are submissive to male characters, or to the situation they're in. I won't portray women in that way. And whoo boy, has that character faced challenges. Jill Valentine has survived everything the sinister Umbrella Corporation has thrown her way. She began her career as a member of the U.S. Army's Delta Force training program before she was recruited into the Special Tactics and Rescue Service, or STARS for short. It was during her time with STARS that she met her partner in crime fighting, Chris Redfield. Together, they've become one of the most iconic duos in gaming. Jill is the more resourceful of the two and collects more ammunition and items, thus creating a different type of play that's equally engaging. She's also the undisputed master of unlocking 19 years in a row, and can easily bypass any locked door. Australia's official PlayStation magazine described Jill as widely seen by Resident Evil fans as the series' character of all characters. She's become the protagonist all survival horror leads are now compared to. Lara Croft from Tomb Raider. In 1993, Toby Gard, an employee of the Eidos subsidiary Core Design, was hard at work designing a new male hero for a game called Tomb Raider. One of the initial concepts was an adventurer sporting a hat and brandishing a whip, but Core Design co-founder Jeremy Smith wanted something more than a bootleg Indiana Jones. Gard decided that the character would probably work better as a woman, and the rest is Lara Croft history. Lara's more than a legally safe version of Indiana Jones, though. She's a brilliant archaeologist with Olympic-level athleticism and a love of exploration that keeps her constantly living on the edge. She's as dangerous as she is intelligent, with Gard stating that she's got a steely disposition and would happily kill you as soon as look at you. First debuting in 1996, Lara is credited by sources like IGN and the official PlayStation magazine as the reason behind the surge of PlayStation sales that year, which places her popularity equal to that of Mario and Sonic. She's also appeared in print media, animation, and a film franchise starring Oscar-winning actress Angelina Jolie. The films did well at the box office and were financially successful, something not even Mario can claim. Lara Croft holds a Guinness World Record for appearing on the cover of over 1,100 magazines, more than any real-life figure. Lara is so iconic that when Uncharted was first revealed at E3 2006, gamers everywhere initially mocked it as a Tomb Raider ripoff, earning it the nickname Dude Raider. Though Lara saw a decline in the mid-2000s, she rose from the ashes in 2013 with a critically acclaimed reboot sporting a more relatable redesign. She's even getting a Hollywood reboot, slated for release by Warner Bros. In 2018. And Alicia Vikander, known for her role as Ava in 2015's Ex Machina, will be lacing up Lara's signature boots. Contrary to what numerous naysayers claim, Lara is far from dead. Shell from Portal. Writer Eric Wolpaw stated that during the development of Portal, the team wasn't too concerned with who actually carried the portal gun. Good thing their final decision worked out well, because once the players got their hands on the game, Shell quickly became one of Valve's most iconic characters, alongside fellow strong but silent type Gordon Freeman. Shell isn't your average lab rat. She's responsible for outwitting not one, but two rogue AIs that attempted to take control of Aperture Science. Shell uses a non-lethal portal gun to traverse deadly courses infested with sentient machine gun turrets, which she can dispose of without destroying. Nowadays, you can't waltz into a comic convention without seeing multiple Shells. Not only did Portal deconstruct and refine the first-person shooter genre, Shell did the same for female protagonists. For such a quiet character, Shell's sure made a lot of noise. Commander Shepard. Not only is she the commander of the most highly advanced ship in her fleet, Shepard was chosen by the Citadel Council to become the first ever human Spectre, a field agent that operates outside galactic law. While it's clear that BioWare and EA intended for male Shepard to be the true canonical version, emphasized by his appearance on the box art and promotional materials for the first two games, support for female Shepard has been loud and clear. It ultimately paid off around the launch of Mass Effect 3 when she appeared in the game's marketing and on an alternative cover for physical copies of the game. FemShep is her own character and provides a different experience than male Shepard. This is largely due to actress Jennifer Hale, who turned in a phenomenal performance that many argue is superior to Shepard's alternative voice. Hale has been nominated for her role as FemShep 4 times. She won Outstanding Performance in a Drama for the original Mass Effect at the 2008 Navigator Awards, and Best Female Performance in a Video Game for Mass Effect 3 at Behind the Voice Actor Awards in 2013. Female Shepard made a bit of gaming history herself, becoming one of the first modern characters in a game to engage in a same-sex relationship, with fellow squadmate Liara Sony. Though the decision may have been a touch exploitative, it paved the way for future same-sex relationships in AAA games. No matter which Shepard you choose, your abilities are not limited, nor will the galaxy's NPCs treat you any differently. Hopefully, it doesn't take us until 2183 to realize that all genders are equally capable. Bayonetta. Bayonetta is a badass with a sharp sense of humor who doesn't sweat the small stuff. She's a descendant of the Umbra Witches, a clan of European dark arts practitioners. She possesses a variety of abilities, like Witch Time, which slows down time, and a fighting style called Bullet Arts, which combines firearms with melee attacks. Being proficient in Bullet Arts means that Bayonetta can fire 2 guns attached to the back of her heels. Bayonetta's design is the polar opposite of other ladies on this list, something that has the community split on whether she helps or harms the image of women in gaming. Bayonetta's designer, Mari Shimazaki, stated that she sees Bayonetta's design as a female power fantasy, someone who is comfortable with her body and embraces herself. Even Bayonetta's English voice actress, Helena Taylor, agrees with this point of view, stating that Bayonetta is the woman all women would love to be and no woman is. Seasoned game developer Alicia Andrew also defended the design, saying, "To me, Bayonetta owns her sexuality. It's wonderfully refreshing to have a character that seems in control of her sexy bits. She's not an inanimate object with breasts heaving in the wind, but a woman flirting. To me, that's sexy done right." So perhaps, Bayonetta serves as a beacon to those who are struggling to become more comfortable with themselves, both inside and out. Bayonetta accumulated a large fan base over the course of just 2 games. She even won a recent poll held by Nintendo that asked players which character should appear in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. The poll was open to any character in gaming, Nintendo or third party, so the fact that Bayonetta came out on top speaks volumes. Maxine Caulfield from Life is Strange. Max is probably the most relatable character on our list. She's a very different kind of heroine, a senior in high school with a good head on her shoulders and an eye for photography. Max is shy, awkward, and would much rather view the world from a distance than partake in it. And, oh yeah, she has the ability to rewind time, but that's only part of why she's amazing. Max is a bit of a revolutionary. Don't Nod Games designed her with a greater purpose in mind. According to the developers, Max is a means of addressing the issues that everyday people face, especially those that occur in high schools, like bullying. Not only is Max a down-to-earth character that's easy to identify with, she's a great representative of the LGBTQ community. Depending on gameplay, Max and Chloe can become more than just friends and develop a romantic relationship. Max illustrates that female protagonists can do more than just provide a few hours of fun-filled escape. They can help us learn about ourselves and the world around us. Tracer from Overwatch. Lena Oxton, perhaps better known by her awesome callsign Tracer, is an Overwatch agent renowned for her exceptional piloting skills and her ability to leap through time and space, thanks to a device called the Chronal Accelerator. Tracer is a confident woman and a true adventurer at heart. She's highly proficient at wielding dual pulse pistols, and drives her foes mad by running circles around them using her time-leaping abilities. On top of that, Tracer is a cheeky woman who'd give Deadpool a run for his money with all the quips she spouts during battle, which she appears to treat like, well, a game. Though Overwatch has an ensemble cast and no true protagonist, Tracer's popularity among players has made her the game's poster character. In fact, Overwatch's creative director Chris Metzen said, "Tracer was one of the first characters we really got to know, and while she wasn't particularly created to be a starring role, if you will, we felt on the team, the more we got to know her and play her, she was kind of this Spider-Man type character for us. She's so rad, and it feels good to leverage her in the front of story ideas." She's even featured on the game's cover art. Like Max or Commander Shepard, Tracer is another hero the LGBTQ community can call their own. According to the digital Overwatch comic Reflections, Tracer shares an apartment with her girlfriend Emily. Gaming publication US Gamer called this choice an impressive move for Blizzard, given that Tracer is their flagship character. Thanks to Tracer, it's only a matter of time before more diverse characters appear in the games of tomorrow. Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn. Aloy is an adventurous and resourceful woman who knows how to live off the land and weather its many perils. When those include mechanized dinosaurs sporting razor-sharp teeth and miniguns, that's saying a lot. According to Horizon Zero Dawn's director Mathis de Jong, Aloy is very heavily inspired by very strong female warriors like Ygritte from Game of Thrones. She isn't concerned about her beauty or what she wears, she's more of a smart soldier type person. Aloy takes down these mechanized behemoths using weapons, traps, tools, specialized arrows, and her trusty bow. She's deeply curious and explores the world to uncover the secrets of her mysterious past. Despite being orphaned as a young child and shunned as an outcast, the pain and neglect she faced taught her not to seek vengeance, but to feel compassion for those who have suffered. Throughout the game, she strives to aid everyone she encounters. Aloy was also designed with realistic body proportions and functional armor. As Jan Bart van Beek tells it, "We didn't want to over-feminize her. She shouldn't be wearing metal bikinis. Her armor should look appropriate and work. She's not a supermodel because almost no one looks like a supermodel, so why would she look like one?" Aloy even became a popular cosplay choice almost a year before Horizon's release. The positive responses to both her character and the game serve as an important sign to publishers and developers that we gamers want more heroines like her. The ladies we've highlighted only represent a few of the most memorable and trailblazing female heroines. There are still many more to discover, and of course, we can't wait to see who comes next. Once again, I'm Stephanie, and thanks for watching Heroines Who Changed Gaming. Which leading lady is your favorite? What other women deserve some recognition? Let us know in the comments below. We have new videos dropping every week, so let us know what game you want us to cover next. Don't forget to click the bell icon to become part of the notification squad, and if you like getting more from your games, subscribe to the Leaderboard, where we help you game smarter.